Good day, you guys. Kia ora. It's day 2 of our mindfulness challenge. Let's see who else is here. Oh, hello, babe. Hi, Ellie. Let me know if you're here watching me live. You're here with me live. Don't be shy. Hello, hello. Welcome to day 2 of our mindfulness challenge. Who else is here? Say hello, please. And how are we doing, you guys? Okay, there's a few of you now. Hey, Miriam, you're back. Awesome. Okay, you guys, let me know you're here. Say hello or send me a emoji or something. How did day 1 go? Let me know. Did you find yourself becoming more aware as you went on the day? I would love to hear about your experience. How did it go for you on day 1? What was the thing that you were going to do or practice on, and how did it go? I'm just drinking a warm cup of tea to warm my little cotton socks. It's actually nice and sunny out there. But you know, your girl's very tropical, so I'm always feeling cold. But today is a beautiful day. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday so far. Hey guys, sorry, I don't want me to be a pain, but unless technology is not working, I'm not really seeing any messages or chats. So just let me know that you're here so that I know that I'm not talking into space, that I'm actually talking to people. Hi, Lisa. Awesome. So for day 1, you found it helpful to use a mantra with the breath of one thing at a time. Oh, amazing. Yeah, that's so good. So basically what you've done is to practice coming back to the breath as well as doing one thing at a time, which is avoiding the multitasking. So that's amazing. That is great. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. How about everyone else? And actually, the one thing that came to mind after from chatting with Ellie afterwards, that I forgot to talk about mindful eating. And Lisa, I think you will be very familiar with this. I think you covered this in your session as well. And we talked about this. So eating is an activity that we can all use to practice being mindful. Yeah, because we probably eat at least 3 times a day. And so you know, we have at least 3 times a day to try and practice being present. But seriously, right? Who here is guilty of eating? If you're eating alone, meaning you're not eating with someone like a colleague or your partner or friend, and that you eat with your phone, like scrolling through or watching a video or something. Who here is guilty? I am guilty. I am definitely guilty. Yeah, eating, watching TV. Yeah, definitely, I'm guilty. Yes. So we're all going to commit to being more mindful when we're eating, and so that we can really appreciate the food, you know, really appreciate the textures, the taste, the sensation, and just the whole experience of eating. And so, you know, that is a great way to incorporate mindfulness into your daily life. I'm just going to read Ellie's message. Yes, you were more present in the conversations. Yeah, as you were not trying to do other things while my husband was trying to tell me about his day. Oh, wow. Amazing. Oh, amazing. So how did it feel? Did you feel more connected to your hubby when he was telling you about his day? Do you feel like, you know, like you can kind of connect with him a little bit better, and that it was more meaningful? Actually, there's one exercise that I remember doing this from a retreat that I did. I think I can't remember exactly where I learned it, but I tried this with my partner, And it was just so profound. So basically, when you're talking to someone, is to not say a word at all. And I know that it seems like we want to respond when someone is like sharing the story or something. But instead of trying to find the words to respond or planning what you want to say, is, you can acknowledge and nod, or using eye contact. So just allowing them to speak. Yeah, just listening instead of just hearing, you're actually listening. And I feel like there's such a great exercise to do, especially in a partnership, like, because I think when we're with our partners, we seem like we know each other so well. So we maybe either finish off each other's sentences, or like we just jump to conclusions. And I thought that exercise was really, really helpful. And I found that my husband was able to speak more, like he was giving me more and going more in depth than usual, because I was able to hold space and just be like listening. So perhaps that's something that you can try. Miriam, eating dinner is my excuse to watch a TV show. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the excuse to watch a TV, well, okay. I think, like, it's like everything. I honestly, I say this with love and kindness. It's like everything, you need to do everything, in balance. Like, it's not possible to say, oh yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna do that ever again. Like, it's very hard. And especially when we're starting out, when we try to get rid of like bad habits, cultivate new habits, it's almost unrealistic to say, oh yeah, we're not going to ever do that again. Like I saw from yesterday, so many people were trying to use less of their phones, not go to bed with their phones. And obviously with our initial motivation, it's going to feel like, yes, I'm going to do this. But what we want is consistency, right? And frequency and regularity. So we want to be able to maintain that. But there's going to be days where you're going to mess up, or that you forgot that you're supposed to do that. But the key to that is don't give up, right? Just keep doing it. Just keep, as soon as you remember, is, go back to doing it. And if we slip up once or twice, it's okay. It's absolutely okay, because we're human beings and it's not possible to be perfect in every way. So we have to be able to give us that self-compassion to be able to say, hey, yep, this time it didn't work, but I'm going to keep trying. Yeah. So amazing. I feel like you guys, so good to, this is part of cultivating awareness, because you are knowing, what you've been doing, what worked, what didn't. You're reflecting on, what was useful or not. So before we start and kick off day 2, let's just take a few moments here. I want you to just drop into your space. And maybe close your eyes if you wish. So checking in. Think of one word that comes up for you that describes how you are feeling right now. How are you feeling right now? What is the word that's coming up for you? Type in the chat. One word. There's no right or wrong here. Again, this is part of cultivating awareness. We're learning to check in with ourselves at any given moment. It could be calm. It could be, tired, Miriam. It could be present. It could be irritated. It could be stressed, anxiety, and anxious. Hope. Beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah. And again, guys, let's like literally no right or wrong. And if I were to ask you this in 2 hours time, there might not, you might not feel the same. I don't know. Right? So always kind of checking in at any given moment. Lisa, tired as well. Yeah. Late night for sure. So Miriam and Lisa, you're tired. What is the one thing that you can give yourself today? Is there something that you can do that can help you feel less tired? If you're at work, is it possible to take 5 minutes to just have, close your eyes, maybe sit in your car or go somewhere quiet? Can you take your lunch outside somewhere calm, peaceful? Would it be going to bed earlier tonight? Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Eat and drink well and get more sleep tonight. Beautiful. Rest, yes. And actually, you guys, I'm going to do the same after this. I'm going to take a little nap. Because I'm not feeling too great either. I'm on my cycle. And so I'm feeling a little bit low energy. So I'm gonna go and give myself that after I spend this beautiful session with you guys. So this is all part of why awareness is so important, because if you didn't realize that you're tired and you just push through and you're just going to add on and pile on your stress and your tiredness and your fatigue, right? Yesterday we talked about the line of resilience and line of vulnerability. So knowing where is your line, like how much is too much, like, so making sure that you're always filling up your cup as well. So if your cup feels pretty empty today, what do you need to do to fill it up? And so hopefully this will be a good time to learn about the mindfulness meditation. And I really love teaching this because it's so simple. It really is. And really, really popular because it's so simple. Now, meditation is a simple concept, but it's not easy. Yeah, I just want to say that it's not easy, and it requires effort and it requires practice. So before we get started into getting into the technique, let's talk about setting yourself up for success, setting yourself up for your practice. So yesterday we talked about the informal practice of cultivating awareness, which is obviously all the things that we do in our day, all the activities that we do, and how we can become more present and become more aware. But today we're going to be learning about the formal practice, right? The formal practice looks like the form of a meditation. It looks like going into your own space, your own personal space, just for you, where you're not disturbed, uninterrupted, and that you can, find a space and time just for yourself. So I've taught a lot of people to meditate, and mainly to meditate unguided. There are lots of guided meditations out there. If you use something like Insight Timer, the app, or Headspace, or Calm, or even just Google, YouTube, there's plenty of guided meditations out there. Like I have some sound healing tracks as well on Insight Timer, which maybe I'll put in the link later on for if you'd like to give it a try. And I personally love to practice unguided because it's so accessible. That means I don't need my phone. That means I don't need anything. All I need is myself, my body, my mind, and my spirit, and just me, and just giving myself that time to be with myself. Yeah. So there was someone whose intention for this challenge was to connect deeper with themselves. I can't remember who said that, but this one specifically for you, like meditation for me is a great way of connecting with myself. In Tibetan, meditation means to be familiar with. And for me, it is a way of learning more about myself, yeah, to understand myself. So meditation is something that I truly, fully recommend that everyone try to do. And I know that there's a lot of resistance, and there's a lot of people who go, oh, I can't do this, I can't stop thinking, I'm not doing it right, it's not working, and yeah, so to that. And I know there was someone who said that their intention for the challenge was also to try and not overthink. Yeah, so the meditation is going to really help with that as well. So think of meditation as the gym for your mind, right? So you go to the gym to train your physical body, your muscles, and the meditation is really the gym for your mind. So we want to train the muscles of our mind, to train our mind to sit when we want it to sit. Yeah. So let's talk about setting yourself up for learning how to meditate unguided. Okay. So first of all, you cannot get it wrong. You cannot fuck it up. Literally. Like, I think that is the part where lots of people think, oh my God, I'm not doing it correctly. I'm doing it wrong. Like, no, you can't. It's like learning a new instrument. Like, if you've never played a guitar before, do you think that you'll be playing the guitar well or accurately? Like, would you know which fingers plays on which strings? Like, no. So it's like anything. We are going to have to fail or not know what exactly we're doing. We're gonna mess it up in the beginning. Like, that is a given. You know, give me a thumbs up if you agree, right? Like, think of anything that you've never done before. Is it possible to know straight away what to do and how to do it well? So meditation is going to be no different. So if you agree, give me a thumbs up. And so that's number one. Number two, right? Obviously, making sure that you set yourself up for success, right? Be realistic, right? So if you are new to meditation, unguided, 5 minutes is a great place to start. Some people think that they're supposed to be able to meditate straight away for 20 minutes, half an hour. That's really unrealistic, to be honest, guys. And so, you know, my daily practice range for anything from 15 to 20 minutes. That's like, you know, my go-to, but it's been years of practice. So, but some days it could be a quick 5-10 minutes. So depending on how my day is. Set a timer if you're worried about going over time. Like, especially if you think that you're going to meditate first thing in the morning before you go to work, and you really want to set time aside to do that, but you don't want to overrun. So make sure you set a timer. So use your phone, set a timer, or on your electronic watch or anything like that. And so that, you know that you haven't fallen asleep and you're not going to be late for work or an appointment or anything like that. And find a space that you won't be interrupted, especially if we live with other people. Just, you know, maybe let them know that that's your, you know, that for that period of time, not to be interrupted. And if you're at work, maybe it could be in your car or going somewhere in the nature to sit on the bench or something if it's not too cold. Yeah, so finding those spaces and spots that works well for you. I recommend sitting up instead of lying down because, yeah, you might fall asleep. But you don't have to sit cross-legged, lotus pose on the floor, right? So again, I think people have that preconception that that's what they need to do. So sit comfortably on the chair, on the floor, wherever. Use props, cushions, whatever it is to prop yourself up. You want to be able to sit comfortably. Now, if sitting for some reason is obviously not possible for you, then maybe lying down but raising your back so that you're not completely reclining flat. Yeah. So because usually that signals to your brain that you're going to sleep or going for a nap. And what we're trying to do here is actually to practice being mindful, practice that awareness muscle. So yep, so I'm just going through the list here. We've got, so far we've set ourselves up for the practice. Okay, so then once we've done all of that, what do we need to do? So this practice in particular is all about using our senses, right? Our senses are sight, right? Audio, scent, taste, touch, feel. Yeah. So using all of those, which is available to you at any point, always, like no special equipment needed. And so let's do it together. So, but basically that's what we're going to be using, right? So we're going to be tapping into our senses and looking around or feeling or listening and just paying attention to what you can observe. There's no wrong way of doing this. The only thing I would say is don't get caught up into any particular sounds or sights. You know, we want to just be able to move from one thing to the next. And I'll guide you through this for the first bit, and then we can chat a little bit more. So when you're ready, finding a comfortable seated position, hopefully you're already comfortable, feet firmly on the ground. Relax your arms and shoulders, relax your facial muscles and your jaws and your eyes. And, you know, if you like, close down your eyes. And then slowly beginning to listen to all the different sounds you can hear around you. Just moving from one sound to the next. We don't need to know what the sound is. Simply noticing. Noticing what you can see in front of your closed eyes. It might be muted shapes or colors, anything at all. What can you smell? And what can you taste? Can you feel the temperature of the air on your skin? Is it cool or warm? Can you notice the contact between your body and the chair or the surface you're on? And you notice where you are in space in this room. Just noticing the volume of space you're taking up in this room that you're in. So once again, just going through all of your senses, nice and slow, without judgment. You're just simply observing what you've noticed. Noticing what is coming into your awareness right here, right now, in this moment. Whenever a thought has entered your mind, which it will, that's normal. You may acknowledge the thought, like we're not here to push away the thought, or stop the thought rather, but we'll let it go. And whenever you are ready, begin to come back into space, coming back to me here. You can open your eyes. Let me know how that felt for you. Let me know if you have any questions at all about this. Was this something that you think you can try on your own? So if you've noticed, obviously I had to guide you a little bit, but it's minimal guidance, you know. I feel like with a lot of my guided meditation, there's a lot of talking, but Miriam, relaxing. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. I hope you feel like you know, feel confident enough to do this on your own. Obviously, the concept here is using our senses, and you can take as long or as short as needed, and you can do this, you know, whenever you need to just kind of drop into that body, into your body, into the present moment. Yeah. What about the rest of you, Lisa and Ellie? Do you think this is something that you can do more on your own? That's so good, Lisa. Oh, amazing. You notice tension points in your body where you stored it. Yep. Beautiful. Yes. Amazing. Cool. And the thing that you can do when you notice some like tension spot in your body is to breathe into it a little bit more. So staying in that area and just letting it go, and just sending it into, you know, into like that relaxing place. So that's great. It's amazing when we stop and actually go in and look in, like so much that we can notice and so much tension that we're actually holding. Every time I start meditating, I feel like my shoulders are like this. I mean, it's not, but it feels like this. And then I kind of like, okay, I can give myself more space and really sort of drop down. Oh, Ellie, that was beautiful. Thank you. Love the easy way to fall into the meditation state using the five senses you stated earlier. Beautiful, amazing. Yeah, this is really, really a really popular technique, and you can see why, you know, that's really simple. Obviously, hopefully in the next challenge that I'm running, we can maybe work into like learning all the other meditation techniques, or maybe I need to do another workshop on the meditation or the other meditation techniques, but there's not enough time to do it all over these 5 days. Amazing. Does anyone have any questions about what we just did? So just a quick recap. Yesterday, we were focusing on all the informal way of cultivating awareness. You know, so continuing to do all of that, right? Continuing to be aware of, you know, whether that's like bad habits, whether there are parts of areas that you can obviously pick better habits to choose from, to you know, less phone, or give yourself more rest time, eat mindfully, that sort of thing. We're going to continue to build on that foundation, right, over the next few days. So today we learned the formal practice of that mindfulness meditation. So over the next 5 days, we're going to be adding on to that, but make sure that you're still doing both the informal practice as much as you can. So I would say the informal practice is something we strive to do on a daily basis. The formal practice also will strive to do as daily if we can. Yeah. If not, as much as you can, right? Either like alternate days, or yeah, just you know, obviously we don't want the gap to be too long, so maybe every 2 days, like, but try and see if you can get this done at least for these 5 days. And remember that it can be as short as 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a 20 minutes, 30 minutes, yeah? And maybe that's something that you tag on to either your own morning ritual, you know, before you go to work. Some people ask me, when is a good time to meditate? For me, morning or day, in the day is best for me, because I'm not as tired or as sleepy if I were to do it at night. Now, meditation can be a great way to help bring a deep rest, you know, like especially if you have trouble sleeping well, then, you know, meditation can be a great tool for that. I feel like it's a very different thing, because what we're trying to do here is cultivate like that muscles of awareness, whereas when we go to do sleep meditation. It's there for us to simply relax a lot, and we're not paying attention and cultivating awareness as much, almost sort of like a hypnotist, kind of like luring ourselves into sleep. So yes, so in terms of when to do it, it really depends on your own preference and obviously patterns. So have fun with it, experiment, try it. But obviously a lot of people do, research have shown that in the morning or in daytime is best, and you get it done and it's checked and it's done. So cool. No questions for me. Okay, cool. Lisa, thank you so much for the time today. Knowledge, thank you. Always. I would love to share as much as I know and can. So for you guys, for the rest of you guys, if you're watching this afterwards, make sure you comment, replay, and let me know what is your biggest takeaway. And if let me know how your day one went, any reflections, any questions around that. And I feel like sometimes it's really cool to share insights, so that other people can also glean into your insights. So we're here to all learn and share. And if there's nothing else, you guys, thank you so much. Go have a good, relaxed afternoon, especially if you're feeling tired. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Thank you so much, you guys. And don't forget about the prize. So the most engaged person. So there's still time to get involved and share and tag me if you're sharing your journey on social media. Thank you so much, Ellie. Love you all. Bye, guys. See you later.